I'll be weak, but I'm alive from the dust until dawn. Yeah, I'll survive, cause I got sweet victory. Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory, cause I got sweet victory. Yeah, toast to the king, cheers to the city, feeling good. We gon' make it to the finish. Yeah, sweet victory, you hear me? I live, you feel me? Yeah, we still running even though we living. Yeah, sweet victory, cause we win it. Yeah, you know we win it. Even though we win it, we still in it. Yeah, sweet victory, cause we win it. Yeah, you know we win it, now we living. Sweet victory. They see me on the stage, they like that for the man. They hear play on them songs, they clapping in the stands. They like, I bet you got a lot of them steps from rubber bands. So when I say it's been a few years, they think I'm playing. But you don't know my life, boy. You don't know my life, boy. You don't know what it's been like on my wife, don't know my fight, boy. Been in them trenches, they just trying to break my phone. And when I couldn't fight no more, you roll me out, you roll me out. I know I can't feel it. Feel thorns, wear my crown.
Next time. Ooh, wow. Yes, that introduction was very, very well needed. 18 years. I have been waiting for last night, man. Last time they won anything, I was still in elementary school. True story, I was in 4th grade. And also, another notable thing about the other day, 2 notable things. Number one, I was not anticipating Mahomes to struggle that bad. Like, to be honest, I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought we were going to lose 31-9. But there's also 2 football curses that are officially gone now, and it was both from the quarterbacks of last night's game. Mahomes, who broke the those of you that play the video game Madden, the Madden boy cover curse. Whoever was on the cover of Madden who would get injured and have a bad year. Mahomes broke that curse when he won the Super Bowl the year before. And then there's also the stadium curse where whoever's hosting the Super Bowl a certain year, like this year, and considering it was my Bucks, we were supposed to not do so hot this year. Well, not only did we make it into the big game in our own stadium and win it on our home turf, I think that it's safe to say that whoever gets the Super Bowls for years to come now, they don't have to worry about having a terrible season. So, hey, if we're in the game again next year in Los Angeles and we wind up playing the Chargers, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, I got some updates to talk to you about afterwards, but let's see. Yep, she's here and she is ready. I'll get to everything else in a little bit. I'll just get my sound effect ready. Wow, my connection is a little screwy. Don't worry, I'll worry about it later. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I should not have done that. I was working out at the gym a little earlier before I got here, and I sweat a lot, and that's why my hair is its own animal right now. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Our first guest of the week. She just released a brand new song called My Way Back Home. It looks like she found her way back home. And now she's home, performing in my home. Well, not for real, but virtually anyway. It's like I said, the introductions they'll get better with time. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Miss Olivia Farabaugh. Oh, let me get my gentlemanly eating towel supply. Okay. Alright. Because when I sweat, it looks like I went swimming in the pool. But it's kind of impossible for me to swim in the pool, especially my pool, because it's cold outside.
Hello there.
Hello, Olivia. Welcome to the show.
How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, sweetie.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you. I've been dreaming way too many nights, way too many days for that day to come.
That's awesome. It was such a good game, too. They totally killed it.
I agree with you there. So, like I talked about before, about how I have been planting seeds, finding new singer fam to help me sort of extend this little spiel I got going on. She was Devin Beck the one that told you about this?
Yeah, that's
Did she
how
reference you to me?
I saw it through Devin's page. I saw your page, so I started following you, and that's how we got connected, through Devin.
Yeah, and I think you were actually in the audience, the virtual audience for one of my other guests. I believe it was I think it was the Jay Madison episode you were in.
Yes, it was it last week, I think?
No, last week was who was last week? Who was the last one I did? Oh, Shan Scott. Shan Scott was the last one.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me on here today. I'm so glad I could be a part.
I'm very honored to have you here, and especially, it's probably a good thing we picked today to bring you here because you just recently yourself released a new single called "My Way Back Home."
Yes, I did. I'm so grateful for it. It's been a long time coming. I've had this one in my back pocket for a little while, so it's finally out, and I so appreciate everybody's support with it. It's been awesome. It's just been so great to actually have it out now. So I figured that would be one of my songs that I would play for you guys here tonight. Start out with that one.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
All right, you ready for it?
Sure. Sure.
Here's My Way Back Home. Tanks on the E, I'm going 15 above the speed. This world seems to be racing by, but still weighing down on me. The faster I go, I think maybe I'll escape. Oh, it's crazy, I know I just need to find my way back to these roots that I've grown upon and show me how to be strong. I need something to realize break free. Start life with chasing dreams, not caring who I leave behind. But the farther I go, I think maybe had I less faith. It's fading, I know I just need to find my way back to these roots that I've grown from. That's show me how to be strong. I need something to relight this fire in my soul that's been burning out. Nothing else seems to help. I just need to find my way back home. When my feet won't stay under me, and my body's begging for some peace, I know I just need to find my way back to these roots that I've grown upon. That show me how to be strong. I need something to relight this fire in my soul that's been burning out. Nothing else seems to help. I just need to find my way back to these roots that I've grown from. That show me how to be strong. I need something to relight this fire in my soul that's been burning out. Nothing else seems to help. I just need to find my way back home. My way back home. Yeah, my way back home. My way back home. Thank you.
Let me be a gentleman and finish chewing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's a new thing I'm doing. I mean, because I used to just go like, but then I thought,
Yeah.
why not go with that fake stadium uproar sound? Because I know a lot of you
I'm
Nashville
loving it.
singers are really missing that.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Sometimes when you're doing lives by yourself, you just like awkwardly are like, okay, I'm done now. So it's appreciated. I love the sound effects.
Yeah, so you're in Nashville like a lot of my other singer fam, correct?
Yeah, well, I go back and forth right now, and then we're working on getting down there full time. So I'm in Pennsylvania right now. So I go back and forth, like Hershey, chocolate sort of area. If you know where that's at, they have Hershey Park.
My dad's actually from a Philly suburb, so yeah, I know I'm familiar with Pennsylvania. So, but so have you ever been to Tampa, Clearwater, Florida before? Sung here
No,
or been
I
here?
haven't. Is that where you're from?
Yeah, actually, well, I mean, I say Tampa, Clearwater because that's the area I usually want singers to focus towards in that perimeter, that zone, because that's the only area in where I am where my powers are available. I can't really travel much far outside of where I am. I can't do places like, I can't do Orlando, I can't do Kissimmee, I can't do Pensacola. As most of my longtime people know, I've said this multiple times, but basically I need you to be here in my area of Florida if I'm going to have any chance of seeing you live. But also, but yeah, and because I see according to your Spotify, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different little EPs going on.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've been going at it the last 5 years, pretty good.
Yeah.
So
thanks for checking that out. Yeah, it's been a really awesome journey so far. Yeah, I've been writing and playing, since I was in like fourth grade. But really dove into it really hard here the last 4 years or so. I was able to be a contestant on season 10 of The Voice, so that opportunity like was really opened up a lot of doors. So I've been so blessed
Yeah,
now
I
I'm
was going
able
to
to
say
do
that.
this full time.
So yeah, believe it or not, yeah, she is right, ladies and gentlemen. Because I was going to mention that. Yes, I am talking to a The Voice alum. So I mean, I don't really watch The Voice, but I keep finding out a lot of my singer fam. Some of my singer fam has been on that show, so I kind of feel obligated to check it out. So how did that go?
It went great. It was amazing. I got to meet a lot of really talented people that I'm able to keep in touch with now. So I just feel so fortunate, to be able to have made those connections and still be able to be friends with them all and see everybody's, journey in music as they grow. It's been a lot of fun.
Whose team were you on?
So I didn't get onto a team, unfortunately, but I got to the blinds, which was a whole year's process to get there, which was like kind of crazy. So it was just like amazing from the beginning to the end, like the entire way through. It was just so interesting because I always watch the show. So to see how it actually kind of goes and the production behind it was so cool.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm used to, well, at least I was used to American Idol.
Yeah.
I used to watch that show all the time. I mean, I never watched The Voice. I mean, I've seen my mom when I'm out, when I go out into the other room, and because when I go out my room and you go to the left and you see pretty much the entire living room space, and then the TV's like right over there, and when I would be on the way back into the room, I would see my mom watching The Voice.
So you got
I
little bits and
don't
pieces of it, right?
yeah, I don't think I saw you in that time frame, but
Yeah, but that's good that you know what the show's all about. Just getting little peeks here and there.
well, I kind of do and I kind of don't. I mean, I know that it's like the four celebrities in the chairs, and I guess, and I know that there, yeah, I guess it's like you hear the voice, and then like if Blake Shelton wants to bring one to his team, it's like I pick you. I get that stuff, but
Yeah.
I get that part, but as far as the overall thing, I haven't been able to keep up or pay much attention.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot to it for sure.
yep, and what's the CPMAs? Because I see you won Best Solo Act in
Yeah.
2019 for them.
Yeah, so the Central Pennsylvania Music Awards they have, it's hosted by the Central
Ah,
Pennsylvania Music Hall of Fame. So yeah, I was able last year to win Best Solo Act. And this year I've been nominated for Best Female Solo Act and Best Songwriter. So that was such an honor. We're going to find out. We're going to have the actual awards in March. So they tried to push it back, hoping that the pandemic would kind of be over and we'd all be able to get together. But we will see. We will see how it works out. But it's supposed to be in March. And actually, Addie Grace, who I just saw tuned in, she was nominated as Best Youth Act. So yeah, hi Addie.
wait, what did you say Addie was?
Addie got nominated for Best Youth Act. I think that's what the title was. But yeah, or Best Youth Artist, I think. Yeah, she's
Best,
killing it.
wait, Best News Artist?
Youth,
Addie, if
youth
um,
artist. Like under 18, I think it probably was. Maybe that's the
oh, but
category.
she is a singer though, right?
Yeah, she's awesome. She plays the ukulele and just started playing the guitar. So shout out to Addie. Everybody go follow her who's watching.
Oh,
Addie, is if you're still here, and as long as you're here, um, I know you're just tuning into all this, but if you're interested in showcasing some of your ukulele skills on here, shoot me a DM after this episode, and let's see if we can get. I just dropped my cucumber. Um, um, let's see if we can get you on the show too, if you're interested.
That's awesome. We really
Because
support
I'm
all of us, like local artists. I guess it's Instagram, so it's local to wherever you're at. But we really appreciate you having people on here and showcasing their songs, and you really put a lot into making sure everyone hears our music. So thank you for sharing all of our stuff. We really appreciate it.
well. Oh my goodness, that really touches my heart because I don't get told that stuff enough, and I mean, I know the big reason why I'm doing it is because okay, I know I keep saying this over and over and over again with every single singer I have on here, but to give you a brief summary, Olivia, because I know you're I guess I know you're new to the ball game here, but to make a long story short, I started this singer fam thing in I think it was either 2015 or 2016, but it wasn't originally, and this is actually a true story because I've never said this before, so this is an exclusive little breaking news here. It wasn't originally you guys that I was interested in listening to because there was they're famous on the internet, but a girl group by the name of Cimarelli, and they were originally in California, and I've been following them. They were basically the fandom I was in before I found you guys.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Yeah, and it wasn't so much a matter of, it was pretty much I follow Cimarelli wherever they live. They could live in Florida, they could live in California, they could live in Tennessee. But then, to make a long story short, the joy I had in supporting them kind of sort of faded out, and the magic kind of sort of just died, and it kind of disappeared, and then eventually some of you singers came to me, and at first I was like, okay, this is really cute. They see I'm supporting another singer from Tennessee, when in actuality it wasn't a matter of supporting a Tennessee singer. I'm supporting Cimarelli because I support them regardless of wherever they live. And then a couple more came, then a couple more came, and then I started getting more and more and more, and I just grew this entire thing of singers, people that thought I was interested in them singing and everything else, and basically I mean, I do give country music a little bit more of a open win, or a chance, open window, if you will, because before you guys came along and before I gave you a second thought, I mean, I was listening to more heavy metal, more rap,
Okay.
more pop, more rock, and everything else. And I know that you guys were trying to get your music to me and wanting me to hear it. And I I originally wasn't really all that interested, but then it brought me back to a school project I did about, not necessarily Nashville, but independent singers and what they're doing to make a living and everything else. And I wrote a couple of papers on it. And when you guys were talking to me and everything else and being so nice and sweet to me, it made me think, like, back on the papers that I did, and it's like, okay, I mean, I know they're trying to tell me about this stuff, and I really, back in the day me could care less, but it really means a lot to them. And then I started talking to some of you, and I started opening up, and then getting some more friends, and because you guys were being so nice, and all the other stuff, and you were being very good friends. And then I was like, okay, it's how can I pretty much just didn't have it in me to be part of my French, but to be an asshole and tell you to go. I didn't have it in me to say that, and I wanted to give you a chance. And then I started in 2016, and I kept going for about. I'm going into year 6 doing this
Wow.
stuff, and I was originally open and more hopeful that, okay, I know they're in Tennessee and I live in Florida, but maybe they'll broaden their horizon and then they'll come to Florida and I can see a lot of singer shows. And then year 1 and year 2, I was like, okay, I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic. And then year 3 and year 4, I was like, okay, I know they're taking a little while, but some singers got to show up eventually. And then going into year 5 and year 6, I was like, okay, this isn't okay. That it's because I know you get more acts in Nashville than you do anywhere else. And I know that you eventually open your horizons and everything else. But it was like, okay, this is not as easy as I thought it would be, and I can't travel to go see you, and you'd have to come to me, and you haven't come to me, and it's taken forever. And I tell my Tampa venues about you, and they're basically treating me like an envelope in a mailroom, and I wasn't really getting anywhere. And going into 2021, because I've only seen like 3 of you singers, not every year, not 3 every month, not 3 for the whole entire year, 3 in 2015, 2016, just 3 in a 6-year time span. And I was like, I need my luck to turn, because the FOMO of all the pictures I've seen from all the concerts and everything else, it was like, it was driving me crazy, and I was in a pretty much a little bit of a depression and anxiety slump ever since Thanksgiving of last year, and I was like, I just can't let another year go by, especially with COVID being out there, that prevents me from seeing any singers in Florida, because I know that takes a toll and a damper on things as far as you coming here. But even without the pandemic, it was still taking a long time, and it really means a lot to me, and it was very important to me. So I just, it's basically the old saying, if you want something bad enough, go out and get it. That's what I was doing.
That's awesome. I feel like you made such a great thing come out of, a bad situation, even before the pandemic, not being able to connect. I think that's such an awesome thing about social media that we have now too. Like, you're in Florida, I'm in Pennsylvania. Like, we couldn't be much farther apart, but thank God for social media, especially during this time of the pandemic. And that's what is just so awesome. You really turned your situation around and made something positive come out of your situation, which I think is awesome.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
and if the only thing close to a festival of a whole bunch of you Nashville singers coming in and singing here is in Key West, in Fort Myers,
Yes.
which is where they've been, I'm pretty much screwed.
Oh, is that not near you at all?
Simple.
Yeah.
If they're not coming to you and you want it bad enough, and I do.
Oh, well, we so appreciate it.
Thank you. I didn't mean to go on a humongous tangent there, guys.
It's okay. It's great to know your story and your background too, and I think that it's awesome that you mention and you're open about your mental health and everything too. That's something that I really feel strongly in support, especially during right now in this time that we live in. Mental health is so important, and I feel like everybody's been kind of being tested right now with everything going on and all the craziness. So I think that's awesome that you're so open with it and everything as well. So I think that's awesome.
Well, it's never easy when you have, autism and ADD and ADHD and your anxiety and your depression and I'm also a 3-year cancer survivor too. So and having all that on your shoulders.
Awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well, that's great. I'm so glad that you're open, with everything. I was just thinking, I have a couple songs written about, some of the anxiety that I go through, especially that has been triggered a lot through this pandemic too. I was just trying to think maybe I should sing one of those songs, but I was going to do my title track from my last EP, if you want to do that. It's called Your Heart of Gold.
Oh, yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's try that one.
Let's do it. Yeah, I wrote this one with my friends. Oh, thanks. My mom tuned in. Hands still folded. I can do that one. I don't know how much time you have here for me, but
as much as you want, sweetie.
Okay, let's do Your Heart of Gold, and then maybe I'll end with a tune I just wrote recently with my friend Ava Page called Hands Still Folded. I can end the night with that one if that works for you.
Time out. Who did you write that song with?
Ava Page.
She.
Do you know?
Okay.
Ava?
Do I know her? She has become one of my best singer fam friends in the 6 years I've been doing this. She's going through cancer. I'm a cancer survivor. And actually, before you say anything, do it. Because I was going to mention this at the end of the show. I am working on. Okay, so you guys you may know who this girl is, Kelly Johnson. She sings with Ava Page a lot in Nashville. Right now, she and I are in the works of she might do the show, but I don't know when yet, not officially. But when Kelly Johnson does come on the show, I may have both Kelly and Ava on the show. So
that'd be so much fun.
So that's another possibility of a breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm so glad that I mentioned that. I wrote that one with her. Yeah, we'll end it with that song then. Ava's awesome. If you guys watch and don't know Ava Page, go check her out. She's amazing. But yeah, so this one is
sweetest little angel.
Yeah.
Sweetest little angel ever.
She is. So this one is one I wrote with Steve O'Brien. I don't know if you know him, but he's an awesome guy as well. But this one's called Your Heart of Gold. I see right through it. That act you're putting on, you walking wounded. She must have really done you wrong. You're too used to it. The way that you don't use it. Your heart, it needs to find a home. So just let me love you like you say. Must to be lived. I know the riches of your soul have been stolen before. So baby, trust me when I say I'm not out there to run away. Give me the chance to hold. Your heart of gold. Your heart of gold. Just think about it. With your hand in mine, there's no doubt it's time for you to shine, but time is wasting. Go ahead and take it, this chance, before it flies by. So just let me love you like you say. Must to be lived, I know the riches of your soul have been stolen before. So baby, trust me when I say I'm not out there to run away. Give me the chance to hold You had to go. You had to go. Just let me give something that you never felt before. Just let me give you something that you never felt before. So just let me love you like you're supposed to be loved. I know the richer your soul. Heaven's time, I felt so right. Trust me when I say I'm not a big that will run away. Give me the chance to hold. You had to go. 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 Thank you.
Hey, Addie. Addie, if you're still here, I'm about to follow you.
Oh yeah.
Would you mind, would you put in a good word for me with her?
Sure,
Try to help me
absolutely.
out there?
She's awesome.
I
She's
mean,
so
I'll plant the seed, if you will, and you can be the sun and the fertilizer and the soil that helps the garden grow.
all the other ones. That's perfect. That's good. Well, thank you so much for having me on here. I'm so glad that we were connected through Devin, and it's just so good that to be able to come together in music, like you said earlier. You know, right now
Oh,
it's
and speaking of
really
Devin,
hard to do that. So I'm so glad that you're doing this and bringing people on. It's so great.
yeah, and actually speaking of Devin, I know I gave you guys, you guys saw my story that on my breaking news. One of my breaking news is that I originally said she was a details to be determined. I do have an update on her. I don't know when, but I do know that Devin will be on in March.
Oh, that's
That I
awesome.
do know.
Nice.
And Esther Smart, who you may have seen in my February trailer, she will be on March 2nd. So she will be like my first guest in March. I have a couple of singers for at least the first week in March. And let me double check who I have. Hang on a second. Let's see. Get out of the way. And for my thing to load. Yeah. Okay. Esther Smart is going to be the second at 8. I'll have Judy Pastor, who, if you've heard her new song, Dreams Are Made to Believe, it's a new song that she just put out. She will be on the 4th at 7. And then there's also Miss Tracy Lane, who's about to release her debut EP, which I believe is called Smoke and Mirrors.
Oh, okay.
And I know she's got I think she's got some an EP release party at I forget where it's at in Nashville, but I know she's doing a release show. She will be that Friday. Yeah.
That's
And
awesome. You got a good lineup coming up.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll have for those of you that saw, she was on the show before, but she didn't sing. partially because there was a little bit of miscommunication on my part. But if you remember the episode with Ashley Bean where I almost cried heavily at the end, she will be here tomorrow at 7, and she's going to play for sure this time. And then on Wednesday, I will have actually my very first British singer fan, straight out of the UK, actually, Miss Hannah Dorothy at 6. And then I will have I've done 2 episodes with her already, but she will be back for number 3 on Thursday the 11th at 5, Miss Molly Levette.
Awesome.
Sweet girl. And
That's so great.
well, at least that's what the lineup's looking like so far. I may have somebody on Friday. I'm still waiting on her to get back to me. Oh, and speaking of which, let me show you what, as I said, Kelly Johnson's going to do it. It's just a matter, she doesn't know when, because she and Ava are like pretty much, they've been writing and co-writing, and they've been doing everything together. They're like,
that's great. Yeah, I see
inseparable
them together on
sisters.
Instagram. They look like they're doing a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. Let me just pull up the last thing she said to me. Here we go. Hang on. This is what we're still talking about, it, guys, but this is the last thing Kelly answered back to.
No, I know Ava is super busy sometimes too. We're trying to get her right together again. So she's got a lot going on too. But I'll have to play you this song that I wrote with Ava the last time we wrote together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, this one is called Hands Still Folded. My mom's tuning in. Shout out to my mom. She's awesome. But she gave a shout out for this song. I feel like, like I said earlier, 2020 is kind of crazy, and something that has helped me get through is, thank God I have God and have a faith base. It's really been able to help just letting it go and giving it to him, as hard as it is right now. Especially, you just want to feel like you have control over things, even though we don't. So it's good to just realize that it's in his hands and it's not for us to worry about. So this one is called Hands Still Folded. Fell asleep with my hands still folded. I guess I had light on my mind. I've been leaning on these walls I built, creating castles out of guilt. So I fell asleep with my hands still folded. Lord, give me the strength to put my whole heart in your arms, 'cause I've been getting weak holding up this house of sand that'll never last. So let it fall, yeah, let it crash. Rebuild this heart fully devoted. Most nights I stay up counting stars, looking for one to send a little peace. Oh, I know you're always there for me, but I'm scared I'm not worthy. So most nights I stay up counting stars. Lord, give me strength to put my whole heart in your arms, 'cause I've been getting weak holding up this house of sand that'll never last. So let it fall, yeah, let it crash. Rebuild this heart fully devoted. I fell asleep with my hands still folded. designfully devoted. We're designfully devoted. So every night, I will fall asleep and mine still fold. Ooh, ooh. Thank you.
God bless that little saint.
It was so fun writing with her. It was so awesome. Ava Page, if anyone just joined us, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. She is such an inspiration to me. She's I mean, through our back and forths talking on here, she's like a little sister to me, honestly.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, thank you so much. I so appreciate you having me on here. Thanks, Mom. I so appreciate you having me on here, David. It's been so nice getting to know you and talk like face to face ish. Right now.
Well, now I know that, well, because I do have some more singers for this month, and I at least have first week in March good, and I may have more people for March, and I do know, and I'm still working on this, but they still, from what they've told me, they're still interested. In April, I am definitely going to have Hastings and Company on the show.
Awesome.
The Brunch Drunkers. Yeah. And I still have some, maybe a couple possibilities for March. Or, I mean, not March. The summer, but nothing's written in stone yet. Like I said, I'm trying to stretch this the whole year, and since Friday, when I was supposed to be on with Macy Neal, who will still be on the show, because oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. When I did the episode with Shane Scott, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the show, but I did say at the end of that show that my show on Friday with Macy Neal, there was a possibility it might get moved or something like that, and because basically she told me that she had a well, I'm not going to necessarily say that here, but basically she had something going on and couldn't make it, and right now her rescheduled date, I believe, is the 19th. I'll have to double check that on my calendar. But what I'm trying to say is, Olivia, if I struggle down the road finding singers, and I know you're going to help me out with Addie. Addie, if you're still here, DM me after the show. But I'd like to have you back a whole lot more.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate, again, just your support in music and all the local people and up-and-coming artists. We so appreciate having everybody in our corner and having you in our corner. So thank you so much. It was so good.
Olivia, don't you make me cry on camera right now. But considering Devin helped bring you into my singer fam, I know you're going to work on Addie, but if you got any other gal pals of interest, send them my way.
Awesome. Thank you so
And
much.
let
It was great meeting you.
and let and let's DM and find out when we can bring you back next. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks so much. It was good. It was a good night. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Love you, Olivia. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Yep, we back. We back. After a 3-day skim so I could watch my Bucks this weekend. But yeah, as I said before, tomorrow my hair will look definitely better than this. But Ashley Bean will be here tomorrow, and she will definitely play a little bit because she didn't do it last time, but she will be doing it this time for sure, a little bit. If go watch my last episode with her that I did, because she told me a story that almost brought me to tears. I almost cried. So she is an inspiration to me. She is such a devoted, passionate about what she does. She's amazing. I love her. I love her so much. But yeah. So again, Ashley Bean tomorrow. Hannah Dorothy will be Wednesday. And then Molly Levette will be back for round 3 on Thursday. I may have one on Friday. I don't know for sure yet. I'm still waiting for her to answer me back. But we'll see. We'll see. We ain't done yet, boys and girls. This fun ain't stopping anytime soon. At least not in 2021, anyway. Like I said, I'm going to keep planting seeds, finding some more singers to bring in, and I'll focus on the ones that sprout. So, y'all have a good night. Love you bunches. And we are the champions, my friends. And I'm gonna remember to save it.